Today we are going to take up section 44 AA, compulsory maintenance of books of accounts. Yes, compulsory maintenance books of accounts. Number one, who are required to maintain books of accounts? Very simple. Professionals notified in this section, and others fulfillment of certain conditions. So professionals, they have to maintain books of accounts. Who are professionals? If it is specified in the section 44 AA. So professionals notified under this section, they have to maintain books of accounts. In case of others, on fulfillment of certain conditions, we will see one by one. Second, professionals notified by CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxation, under section 44 AA. Specified professionals includes legal, medical, engineering, or architectural professional, or accountancy, or technical consultancy, or inter-decoration, or any other professional notified by CBDT. For example, film artist, company secretary, they are specified professionals. So they have to maintain books of accounts. When are professionals required to be maintained? When professionals are required to be maintain books of accounts as per Rule 6F. Books are required to be maintained as per Rule 6F if gross receipt from such profession, repeat, gross receipt from such profession exceeds rupees 1,50,000 in all the 3 years immediately preceding the previous year, or is likely to exceed 1,50,000 during the current previous year if the professional is new set up. If the profession is newly set up. Repeat. See, in case of when are professionals required to maintain? So professionals are required to maintain if gross receipts in all the 3 years immediately preceding the current previous year. It means, see, our current previous year, this is our current previous year, 2019-20. So in order to maintain books of accounts for this previous year, okay, your gross receipts, okay, if it is more than 1,50,000 during preceding previous years, 3 preceding previous years, that is 2018-19, 2017-18, 2016-17. So this immediately preceding 3 years, gross receipts exceeds 1,50,000. That is, say 3 lakhs, 1,80,000, 1,30,000. Listen carefully. 1,30,000. Mr. X is a professional. His gross receipts during 3 preceding previous years, such as 2018-19 3 lakhs, 17-18 1,80,000, 16-17 1,30,000. See, clearly says in all the 3 preceding previous years, your gross receipts exceeds 1,50,000. Then current previous year you have to maintain books of accounts. See, in our example, it is exceeds 1,50,000. It is exceeds 1,50,000. This is less than 1,50,000. Thereby, X is not required to maintain books of accounts for the previous year. Understand? Once again, repeat. In case of professionals, gross receipts exceeds 1,50,000, 3 immediately preceding previous years. All the 3 years, very important, note it down, all the 3 years immediately preceding the previous year. That is, previous year is nothing but 19-20. Preceding previous years, 18-19, 17-18, 16-17. So in all the 3 years exceeds 1,50,000, then you have to maintain books of accounts. If it is not exceed, you need not maintain books of accounts. Next, what are the books that are prescribed under Rule 6F? What are the books that are prescribed under Rule 6F? One way to tell: cash book, journal, if books are maintained on mercantile system, ledger, carbon copies of bill issued for an amount exceeding rupees 25, carbon copy of bill issued an amount exceeding 25, and original bill or voucher in respect of expenditure exceeding rupees 50. Suppose you are incurring some expenditure in excess of 50 rupees, you have to maintain original bill or voucher. In case where a person carrying on medical professional, in addition to the above books, he has to maintain daily case register and inventory register. Repeat, daily case register and inventory register. This is for medical professional. Apart from cash book, journal, ledger, then carbon copies of bills excess of 25, and voucher or original bill in excess of expenditure spent for more than 50. Apart from that, in medical professionals, along with the books, they also maintain two more books: daily case register and inventory register. Okay. Next, place at which and period for which the books are to be kept and maintained. Where you have to maintain? You have to maintain at register office. Okay. Listen, place where the person is carrying on the profession or at the principal place of his profession in case where there is more than one place of business. So generally books of accounts you have to maintain where your profession carries. Suppose if it is more than one business, then principal place of business you have to keep your books. Then period for which the books are to be maintained. 6 years from the end of the relevant previous years. So books of accounts to be maintained 6 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Relevant assessment year. For example, this is your previous year. So your assessment year 2020-21. So from year to you have to maintain 6 years. You have to maintain 6 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. So this is your relevant assessment year 2020-21. So end of the relevant assessment year mean 31st March 2021. From 31st March 2021, you have to add 6 years. So 31st March 2027. So you have to maintain 6 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Okay, fine. When other assessee, okay, other than professionals doing business are required to maintain books. Okay, where turnover or gross receipts exceeds rupees 10 lakhs. Note it down. Exceeds rupees 10 lakhs in any 1 year out of the 3 preceding previous years. See, as far as professional is concerned, all the 3 years. Here, as far as other assessee, any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years. If it exceeds 10 lakhs, either turnover or gross receipts, then they have to maintain books of accounts. So, okay, 1 year, any 1 year out of the 3 years immediately preceding the previous year, or is likely to exceed 10 lakhs during the current previous year. In case of newly startup or newly set up business. Okay, understand? So, as far as professional is concerned, all the 3 years exceeds 1,50,000. Other than professionals, normal assessee, any 1 year, if it exceeds 10 lakhs, out of any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years, exceeds 10 lakhs, then they have to maintain books of accounts as per rule 6F. Fine. Next, see, this is for turnover criteria. This is for turnover criteria. When other assessee, turnover. Listen. Turnover or gross receipts exceeds 10 lakhs or that is when income from such business exceeds 1,20,000 in any 1 year out of 3 years immediately preceding the previous year, or is likely to exceed 1,20,000 during the current previous year in case of newly set up business. See, in case of income is nothing but net profit. Profit exceeds 1,20,000 in any 1 year. See, suppose your gross receipts. I will tell you one example. Listen, this is a 3 years. I will show. This is gross receipts. 10 lakhs, no. 8 lakhs, 7 lakh 50, 6 lakhs. Income say 80,000, 1 lakh 15,000, 1 lakh 45,000. See, as far as, listen carefully, as far as other assets is concerned, see, in case of professional, clearly says gross receipt exceeds 1 lakh 50 all the 3 years. Other than professional, other assets, they have two criteria. One is turnover criteria, another is income criteria, that is profit. So in case of turnover criteria, any 1 year they exceeds 10 lakhs, any 1 year it is exceeds 10 lakhs, then they have to maintain books of accounts. So in our example, 8 lakhs, 18, 19, 17, 18, 7 lakh 50, 16, 17, 6 lakhs. Thereby, in all the 3 years, okay, any 1 year it exceeds 10 lakhs. Whether it is exceeds 10 lakhs, no. Thereby, he need not maintain books of accounts. Don't say he need not maintain books of accounts, because next criteria is the income criteria. Income as well 16, 17, 80,000. 17, 18, 1 lakh 15,000. 18, 19, 1 lakh 45,000. In all the 6, either more than 10 lakhs or if it is more than 1 lakh 20 in 1 year. In any 1 year 1 lakh 45, it exceeds 1 lakh 20. Therefore, they have to maintain books of accounts. Isn't it clear? Once again, repeat. There are two criteria: turnover criteria, income criteria. If it is turnover in any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years exceeds 10 lakhs, then they have to maintain books of accounts. Suppose if it is not satisfied, then another criteria, income criteria. As far as income criteria is concerned, again saying any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years. Any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years, it exceeds 1,20,000, then they have to maintain books of accounts. Or condition. Okay, but as far as professional concerned, only one criteria, that is gross receipts. If gross receipt exceeds 1 lakh 50 in all the 3 years, very important, then they have to maintain books of accounts. Okay, is it clear? Fine. Important. However, in the case of individual and HUF, the above turnover limit is rupees 25 lakhs and income limit is 2 lakh 50. Listen carefully. I am talking about other assessee. Other assessee, that is the provision. In case of individual and HUF, instead of 10 lakhs or gross receipt, instead of 10 lakhs exceeds 25 lakhs. Or income exceeds 2,50,000. 2,50,000. So carefully you have to note it down. In case of firm, LLP, okay, partnership firm or body of individual, okay, this provision is applicable. In case of individual and HUF, okay, the turnover limit is exceeds any 1 year out of 3 preceding previous years exceeds 25 lakhs instead of 10 lakhs. Then as far as income is concerned, exceeds 2 lakh 50, then they have to maintain books of accounts. Last point, books that are required to be maintained by others. See, just 10 minutes before we saw that cash book, journal, ledger, okay, original copies of bill excess of 25 rupees and vouchers, expenditure of 50 rupees. In case of medical professional, daily case register as well as inventory register. This is for professional. In case of other assessee, what are the books to be required to maintain? Such books of accounts and documents such books of accounts and documents as would enable the assessing officer to compute the total income of assessee, So here, not specifically given. You have to maintain this is the type of books. No, such books and documents as enable the assessing officer to compute the income of the assessee. Okay, any doubt? So based on this, we are going to take small problem. Mr. Vishnu is a person carrying on profession as film artist. His gross receipts from the profession given below. Gross receipts. Financial year 16-17. Financial year 16-17. 1,15,000. Financial year 17-18. 1,80,000. And 2,10,000. 2,10,000. Question is, what is his obligation regarding maintenance of books of accounts for assessment year 2020-21? Okay, financial year 1920 under section 44AA of Income Tax Act. This is CA intermediate problem. This is CA intermediate problem, page number 4.296. You can check it out your study material, CA Institute study material, 4.296. This is the problem. So Vishnu is a film artist. His gross receipts during three preceding previous years. See, provisions clearly says that all the three preceding previous years exceeds 1,50,000. Then they have to maintain books. So in this case, Vishnu gross receipt during 16-17 1,15,000 only, which is less than 1,50,000. Thereby, Vishnu is not got an obligation to maintain books of accounts. It is not compulsory to maintain books of accounts. Then the last question: the person carrying specified professional will have to maintain books of accounts prescribed by Rule 6A of the Income Tax Act 1962 if gross receipts are more than 1,50,000 for this MCQ. A. All preceding 5 years. B. Any of the preceding 5 years. C. All preceding 3 years. And D. Any of the preceding 3 years. What is the option? A, B, C, D. Yes? C. Very good. C is the right answer because all preceding 3 years. See, in all preceding 3 years, it exceeds 1,50,000. Then you have to maintain books of accounts. This concluded section 44AA, compulsory maintenance books of accounts. Next, we are going to take up section 44AB, tax audit. This is a very important section. Any doubt? Make a note. Next, we are going to take up section 44AB, compulsory tax audit. Okay, compulsory tax audit. When is tax audit compulsory? When is tax audit compulsory? An assessee carrying on business. An assessee carrying on business. Okay, his total sales or turnover or gross receipts of such business, okay, during the previous year exceeds 1 crore. If it is more than 1 crore. More than 1 crore. Repeat. Assessee doing this business, assessee carrying on business, is sale or turnover or gross receipts of such business during the previous year exceeds 1 crore, then compulsory tax, you will come under compulsory tax audit. In case of profession, assessee carrying on profession, okay, gross receipts from such profession exceeds rupees 50 lakhs. Exceeds rupees 50 lakhs. If it exceeds 50 lakhs, then such profession also come under tax audit. Then assessee covered under section 44AD, 44AD or ADA. Okay, where a person who is covered, this is nothing but presumptive scheme, presumptive income scheme. This is 44AD, ADA, AE. We will discuss later. Okay, so assessee covered under section 44AD or ADA, where a person who is covered under section 44AD or 44ADA but claims that income from such business or profession is lower than the presumptive rate and his total income exceeds basic exemption. See, in presumptive scheme, the clearly says 6% or 8% as the case may be. In case of bank transaction, it is 6%. In case of other transaction, cash transaction, then 8% of your income is 8% of your turnover will become the income. But as far as assessee is concerned, say they have to show less than 8%. They have to show less than 8%. Then it is compulsory tax audit. We covered under compulsory tax audit. So assessee covered in 4480 ADA shows income which is less than presumptive rate, then they cover under tax audit. So less than presumptive rate. Presumptive rate. Presumptive rate. Okay. Next, section 44AE. Again, this is also presumptive income scheme, where a person who is covered by section 44AE claims that income from such business is lower than the presumptive rate. Again, income shows less than presumptive rate. Presumptive rate. So it's his income. Income shows less than presumptive rate. Then they are covered under 44AB tax audit. So tax audit in case of business exceeds 1 crore. If it exceeds 1 crore, they will come under tax audit during the previous year. In case of professional, the gross receipt exceeds 50 lakhs, they come under compulsory tax audit. In case of assessee covered under section 44AD or 44ADA, okay, that is nothing but presumptive income scheme. Provision says your turnover or gross receipt, out of that 8% is treated as income. For example, your turnover is 1 crore 50 lakhs. Just your income is 8% on 1 crore 50 lakhs. So 1 crore 50 lakhs into 8%. It is nothing but 12 lakhs. But assessee shows his income is less than 12 lakhs. That is, he tells that his income is less than presumptive rate. Then is come under tax audit. And 44AE also same. Assessee shows his income which is less than presumptive rate. So this is the 4th case. Tax audit is compulsory. Then what is the due date for filing return of income is nothing but 30th September. 30th September is the due date of filing return. Then what is the report to be furnished? Okay, what are along with tax audit, what is the report to be furnished? Very simple. Tax audit report has to be filed. Tax audit report has to be furnished, duly signed and verified by CA. Tax audit report has to be filed and duly verified by the CA. Form 3CA and Form 3CD. Form 3CA and Form 3CD are for assessee subject to tax audit. Repeat, Form 3CA, Form 3CA and 3CD. Okay, in case of companies, this is tax audit report. So as an auditor, okay, shows his report under form number 3CA and 3CD for assessee subject to tax audit under either law. Example, companies. In case of individuals and firms, 3CB and 3CD. This is for individual and firms. Any doubt? With this we completed 44AB. Next we are going to take up next session 44AD, ADA, AE. Okay, presumptive income will take up part 3. This is part 2 over. Any doubt? For this there is no problem. Okay. We'll take up next class 44AD, presumptive income.